So guys, we're back to another one of Eat Bros, and in this video I'm just going to do Minecraft, so yeah.
I'd get 55K.
Okay. How's it feel?
It feels good. It feels pretty good.
He's now got 15 grand.
More. That's not how I earn.
Alright, that's $40,000. We push it for 50?
Yeah.
$40,000.
That's all good. Cool.
Come on. When you're ready, cross the star line.
Let's do it.
Let's go, guys. He's off. Guys, you got this. Alright, he's cooking, bro. He is running. $40,000. Don't pass out on us. Chandler, don't let him touch the red line.
Oh, let's go before that happens.
Customize the trailer.
Quarter of the way done. If a single bag, a single dollar touches the pavement, you lose all 40 grand. Most of them.
This is really right. I think this bag is 50 pounds, right?
3/4 of the way.
I feel pretty tired.
Are you gonna pass out? You're almost there. Less than 10 steps. Cross it. Your prize pool has now increased to
I guess, no.
$321,000.
20 pounds?
That'll make the rain, baby. And to the block.
Do you remember on day
I can't
one
tell.
how long it took you to run a mile?
17 and 1. I'm gonna. Damn.
For our next challenge, if you can do a mile in under 8 minutes and 30 seconds, half of your 1 mile time at the start of the challenge, I'll add another $25,000 to your prize pool. I'll see you in 30 days. You have a lot of time you need to shave off.
For 8 minutes and 30 seconds, that was easy. That's awesome.
That's good.
We're gonna give it at home.
Matt started training.
That's no good.
Alright, so you're gonna baseline today. We're gonna find out how long it takes for you to run a mile. The challenge is 8 minutes and 30
I
seconds.
don't like how he runs around the treadmill. And I understand why he would need a treadmill, but that's just, you're 4 steps away from losing.
We're aiming for anywhere around like a 10-minute, 11-minute mile.
What's your mile time? 6:54 right now. Or 6:57 maybe.
12 minutes and 50 seconds. We're on fire. We have to shave 5 minutes. It's gonna be tough. This is strictly cardio, something that I only do 2 times a week, and the cardio that I do 2 times a week isn't even this.
It's not that fast. I appreciate you guys glazing. It's not that good.
Looked like you were struggling, so I thought I'd check in to share something that might help. When Shopify heard about your weight loss journey, they decided they wanted to help out. Inside is a bunch of gear to help you train to get under 8.5 minutes. Actual running shoe, more supplements, an actual tracksuit, better clothes, better gear.
Juice energy jellies for your 1 mile run.
The balls, you get the point. This thing is loaded with things that help get your mile time down. And they're all from businesses built on Shopify.
Thanks, everybody.
Your race is in 20 days. Shopify.
Yeah, that's my rebellion.
Millions of people are rooting for
That's
you.
my rebellion.
That time under 8.5 minutes. Match wasted no time in running with his new gear. And he even had some other ideas.
Let's go!
Come on, man. You got this.
Don't want to beat you. Yeah. The mile of hours.
Honestly, not sure if that helped. But Matt seemed more fired up than ever. And we were all starting to see a difference in him. Majeroni!
What up, baby?
I noticed something. Your clothes are a little baggy.
Wait. No way.
Yeah, put the banana down. XL? Clothes one size smaller. When Matt started this video, he was a 3XL. When you put these on, you'll officially be just an XL. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Hell yeah.
Congrats. 10 days. We'll see if you can do the mile. Matt wasted no time in getting to work. And other than yelling at the presidential, who trapped a copper crumble together. Hey, yo!
Yeah!
He was just really locked in.
What is that? What is that? What's that? What was that? See what I'm saying when he says, like, is that a guy who's got clothes in?
But his victory was far from guaranteed. This is the first time in 130 days I've seen him in a picture. When he started this video, it took you 17 minutes to run a mile.
available. On our way.
What's up? Got it. Listening. Got it. Oh, what's up? Got it. Roger. Listening. Understood. Roger.
Vehicle available. On my way.
Listening. Okay. Listening. Got it. What's up? Oh, what's up? Got it. Listening. What's up? Roger. Vehicle ready. Will do. What's up? Got it. Listening. Okay.
Aggressive for his weight. I mean, he's like 250 pounds. He's way lighter. Maybe it's a bit aggressive. Maybe he could have cut down to like 2200 or 2100. It was a pretty big cut, but he's not like a 300. He's a 250 pound man. Bro, we're the same weight.
Hustle. Doing pull-ups, running miles in under 8 minutes and 30 seconds, carrying a bunch of money around, doing 40 push-ups straight. What's the chance for the story? Hey man, how, baby?
I sure hope not. So we're gonna talk to you like that. So I would be vulnerable on my way. You guys will talk to me. Let's see how we act.
61. Let's see how Madge is doing. This is I'm really flooring it. It's Ryan Day! What's up? How you guys doing? Oh, it's a big day. Right here.
Big day, baby.
Awesome. To kick things off, let's see how much you weigh. My theory is you're actually pretty close to finishing the job. And then we're gonna get to it and you put your feet in the air. Every second you hang, you win $1,000. Hey, learn about it this way. Max has done 10,000 steps a day, followed his diet perfectly, not skipped a single rep on his workouts. Hop on.
Gold medalist, baby.
3, 2, 1, reveal the weight. 230
Oh my God, he lost another 20 pounds. It's insane. This another 20 pound loss.
Okay.
Listening. Vehicle ready. Vehicle available. On my way. Vehicle ready. Will do. What's up? Okay. Vehicle available. Yes, sir.
Vehicle ready.
Vehicle ready. On my way.
What's up? Roger. What's up? Understood. What's up? What's up? Roger.
Vehicle ready. Yes. Vehicle ready. Will do.
Listening. Okay. What's up? Understood. Roger.
Vehicle available. On my way. What's up? Okay.
Listening. Understood.
Listening. Understood.
Listening. Listening. Got it.
Vehicle available.
Listening. Understood. Listening. Roger. Listening. Okay. What's up? Okay. Listening. Roger.
Vehicle available. On our way.
What's up? Got.
What's up? Understood.
Listening. Okay.
Vehicle ready. Listening. Okay. Vehicle ready.
Listening. Understood.
Listening. Got it. Vehicle ready. Yes, sir. Vehicle available. On our way.
Listening. Got it. What's up? What's up? Got it.
Vehicle available. Will do.
What's up?
Listening. Okay.
Vehicle available. Yes, sir. What's up? Got it.
Listening. Roger. Vehicle ready. Yes, sir.
Listening. Listening. Okay.
Vehicle available. Vehicle ready. Vehicle ready. Yes, sir.
Listen. Okay.
Vehicle available. On our way.
What's up? Understood. Listen. Vehicle available. Vehicle on our way.
Vehicle ready. Listening. Got it.
What's up? Understood. What's up? Understood.
Listening. Okay.
Listening. Roger.
What's up? Roger.
Listening. Got it.
Listening. Roger.
What?
Vehicle available. Vehicle ready.
Tonight, at times, the president seemed to lose his train of thought, including in his answer early in the debate to a question about the economy. In another clip, he's seen scrawling on a lens with a marker to no effect. And in these instances, whacking the device with a hammer or broom handle.
Bella! Hi! Hi, Bella!
The reason behind the man's attacks on his neighbor's property are unknown. Over the past 6 months, Rhodes has been convicted of 3 charges of harassment against Prasad and has been put on a curfew in order to pay compensation for damages to Prasad's property. Stephen Prasad's niece is terrified for Rhodes, as they stated this is affecting her mental health, and she's scared that Rhodes may have intentions to harm her uncle. The restraining order that was put into place is clearly having no effect, as Rhodes is still harassing Prasad. On top of the restraining order, Rhodes has been put on an electric tag for the better part of a year and was also ordered 20 weeks of rehabilitation. Police don't seem to be able or willing to do anything more to help, considering this has already been taken to court. Rhodes has been convicted multiple times, leaving Prasad in a very vulnerable spot. Crazy can be seen in this man's eyes, and it's understandable for Prasad and his niece to be losing sleep over this, as this is a clearly dangerous, unstable man who may escalate from just attacking Prasad's property to actually attacking him. This next video was recorded in an
Hi, Bella.
late hour of
Hi.
night. 2 hooded, suspicious-looking individuals, one wearing a mask, approach a man's front door, and when he answers, the woman pretends that her car broke down and she needs to borrow a phone.
Yeah, why? Yeah, why? What? I mean, Bella? Oh, the faithful!
But it remains to be seen. So without further ado, we have a lot to do, so let's do this. Okay, so first up we have, it looks like Steve from Blue's Clues after he lost all of his hair and went bald. See, like with the sweater and stuff. I don't mean to roast this guy entirely. He looks like a very nice fella. Probably looks like me, honestly, a little bit. As you can see, I mean, he's dressed literally, like if I had to ChatGPT what a film critic looked like, I would expect it to be this guy. It looks like he's trying to play the role of a film critic. He's got a sweater vest, he's got these glasses, he's looking directly at the camera, white wall behind him. Clearly is more into film than YouTube videos, because I don't think he understands webcams too much. However, benefit of the doubt, he's looking into my world, so I will look into his world, and I will accept him for who he is. Let's go ahead and watch what he has to say about my channel.
Today we're taking a closer look at Sambucha, a well-known YouTuber for producing highly edited videos with a mix of pranks, challenges, informational, and gaming moments. While his work has a solid foundation, there's
It already sounds like he's reviewing it like he typed up a professional review and was just like reciting it, which I respect, because that's kind of what I want.
notable areas for improvement. We'll explore those now. One of the immediate challenges with Sambucha content is the runtime. All of his videos are over 20 minutes long, feeling like a commitment. When time is limited, even watching a couple of his videos at double speed can feel like a daunting task.
Alright, is that how you guys feel? I mean, not all of my videos are over 20 minutes. I also like how he says runtime, as if like this is a movie. It's just called video length, my guy.
While some of the longer form content can work for some creators, it can detach from the viewer experience. And while the Sambucha style reminds you of Mr. Beast, unlike Mr. Beast who often creates epic style content through substantial giveaways, the Sambucha approach to these stunts feels like it's almost there, but not quite hitting that same level. Perhaps bringing in someone to help negotiate and source bigger deals could help elevate these segments.
You basically said I need to ramp up my production. I think that's fair. I'm not trying to be Mr. Beast. I don't think I've ever made a video that is Mr. Beast-esque. I don't do all that like insane editing that you're probably seeing right now in just 5 seconds. But what I can tell you is that he basically thinks that I need to improve my content, it sounds like.
As a creator, Sambucha's visual presence is consistent, almost like an action figure with a limited number of outfit swaps. There's a hat, a cutoff t-shirt, and maybe a fitted shirt in black or army green. It's a trademark look, but it's something that leaves the impression that it's more polished than personality.
Oh, that's such, oh my gosh. These film critics, you got some nerve coming into my house on my channel and disrespecting me like that, saying that I have no personality and I'm just an action figure, a character in a costume that just appears nice and polished on screen. You have some gall, Mr. I don't even remember your name. Look, I get what he's saying. I know it can come off a bit robotic-y at times, but sometimes problems are my emotions. But that's why I'm here. I want to grow. I want to be able to ultimately become a man and go to be. See? What you said about that? That's
And now, skill is longer, and sometimes feels like a missed opportunity. What Christ would further, bigger, and more elaborate, leaving a lasting impact. And this Sambucha content often includes community. This skills in this area of these. More practice for necessarily these segments.
sounds like a good job. A gaming skill plus one game. I've been gaming. I think I'm using I hate you. I hate you. Oh my gosh, what is it? Oh, you're so big, you're fine. It's like, do you want to follow them? Everyone's fine. Yeah, it's that. Oh, what you're not like. Oh my gosh, what a massive place. This game is not
To be more enjoyable to watch, adding an extra layer of engagement to the video. In summary, the Sambucha content has the groundwork to produce some truly memorable content, but refining his skills, expanding on his ideas, and pushing the boundaries of pranks and gaming could take the content to new heights. He's got the resources and the commitment, now it's just refining the vision to set him apart. Thanks for tuning in to the Sambucha review.
Alright, so what I'm going to say is, all jokes aside, I really appreciate you. Thank you if you're watching this for giving a review. That was super well done.
July 30th, 2010, three men were drinking together in a backyard in Richland County, South Carolina. The names of the men were Leslie Todd Harvin, Edgar Lopez, and Pablo Gutierrez Guzman. At some point in the afternoon, an argument broke out between the three men, and Leslie ended up pulling a handgun from his waistband and taking the lives of the two other men. It's unclear exactly what sparked the argument between the three men, but immediately after the shooting, Harvin fled to Louisiana in his green Kia minivan. Once there, he shaved his head and destroyed both the gun he had used to take the lives of his two victims, as well as the minivan. For a few days, Harvin managed to elude the authorities, but pretty soon the cops started scanning through license plate records of all green Kia vans registered in Louisiana. According to investigation documents, after the double murder, a witness had reported a partial tag of Harvin's minivan to the police. And a couple days later, on a whim, the cops plugged the suspect's address into Google Maps Street View, and sure enough found a green minivan parked in front of his house with a license license plates and description matching what the witness had told them. With that kind of evidence stacked against him, it was pretty much all over for Harvin. And on August 19th, a relative brought him back to his home in the Windsor Lake area, where he was promptly arrested on 2 charges of murder and later sentenced to 35 years in prison. During the investigation, it was publicly revealed that Harvin was a 20-year Army veteran with 5 overseas deployments and a pretty bad case of PTSD, which he had been diagnosed with in 2007. According to his father's testimony, his 20 years of military service and the stress from his tours near Iraq and Afghanistan could have influenced his behavior on the day of the incident. You would think that after 2 decades of selflessly serving his country, Harvin would have been provided the appropriate mental health treatment to help him live his life peacefully. Instead, the 2 innocent men are now dead, and the perpetrator himself will be spending most of the rest of his life behind bars. 35 years after his crime, at the age of 75, Harvin will be released from prison into a world he will probably no longer even recognize. In July 2018, Channel 4 released an incredibly disturbing video which showed a group of uniformed men leading multiple women and children through a dirt road and onto a deserted patch of land where the armed men then shamelessly took the lives of the victims at gunpoint. In the video, the men can be heard accusing the women and children of belonging to the notorious terrorist group Boko Haram. The video caught the attention of the entire world, with hundreds of people immediately alleging that the terrifying footage had been captured in Cameroon. However, the government of Cameroon immediately denied the claims, alleging that the video wasn't even shown in their country and that their army was being wrongly blamed for killing civilians. Still, the BBC wasn't convinced, and their team of researchers decided to find out who had been responsible for the atrocities in the video, where they took place, and when. After receiving an anonymous tip, they used Google Maps to study the layout of a particular region in Cameroon and discovered that the mountain range visible in the background of the video was near a village named Kouala, very close to the Nigerian border. By analyzing several years of Google satellite imagery of the region, the researchers from the BBC were able to determine that the incident had taken place at some point between March 20th and April 5th, 2015. Upon further investigation, it was revealed that the Cameroonian government hadn't been honest when they denied the claims. For example, the government had claimed that the Cameroonian army didn't use weapons like the ones shown in the video, but the BBC's analysis revealed that the guns were Serbian-made Sestava M21s, which are in fact used in the Cameroonian army. On top of this, several other details that the government had claimed were inaccurate turned out to be a perfect match, including the armed men's uniforms. A month after the Cameroonian government's initial denial of the claims, they then updated their statement to clarify that 7 members of the army were now under investigation. And when the BBC shared their full report with the Cameroonian government, the country's Minister of Communication was reported saying 7 soldiers were arrested and disarmed. They are under investigation right now. I can confirm that all 7 of them are in prison. In their next statement, the Cameroonian government released the names of the 7 detainees, and the BBC confirmed that some of them were the same people who were seen in the video executing the innocent women and children. In 2020, 4 of the soldiers in the video received 10-year prison sentences for the murders, while a 5th soldier was sentenced to 2 years for filming and sharing the footage. The other 2 soldiers were acquitted. It's crazy to think that you can get away with such an atrocious crime and only face 10 years in prison. But at least they're being held accountable for what they did, all thanks to a very detailed examination of the video's content against Google satellite imagery. Between 2010 and 2011, 11 bodies were found near Gilgo Beach on the south shore of Long Island between Nassau and Suffolk counties. Most of the bodies belonged to female escorts whose lives had been taken as early as 1993. But it wasn't until 2023 that they finally managed to arrest Rex Huerman, a 60-year-old architect and father of 2, and connect him to the crimes through DNA evidence, cell phone records, and the links between the Chevy Avalanche and the crimes. After his arrest, Rex was charged with the deaths of 4 women. And later, he was charged with the deaths of 2 other women after DNA evidence linked him to the crimes. Disturbingly, the cops found that the suspect had used several burner phones to conduct thousands of searches related to the place he may have ended up doing to his victims. And to seal Huerman's fate, they also found a huge Word document on his hard drive in his basement, in which Rex had planned out the murders of his victims in very explicit detail. Shockingly, the document included checklists that outlined the steps he needed to complete before, during, and after his killings. Based on court evidence, Huerman started committing his crimes as early as 1993, and if found guilty, he'll be facing multiple consecutive life sentences in prison. As of 2024, the case is still ongoing, but during the investigation, some more disturbing details have surfaced. In 2023, some online users discovered a Google Street View image of Heuermann talking to an unidentified woman near his office on East 36th Street more than a year before his arrest. Now, we have no idea who this woman is, and it's very possible that she was a potential victim, but we also can't say that for sure. Chillingly, in the image, Rex also appears to be wearing the same shirt that he wore for a YouTube interview earlier in 2022, where he spoke about his role as an architect at his firm on Fifth Avenue. His defense lawyer, Michael Brown, told the New York Post that the cops have the wrong man. In September 2008, a 14-year-old Dutch boy was riding his bike in the town of Groningen, about 110 miles northeast of Amsterdam, when suddenly two young men walked behind him, dragged him off his bike, and robbed him of 165 euro in his car. For several months, the cops failed to find the suspects, as no witnesses came forward and they only had the boy's description of the murders to go on. In March of the following year, the victim went on his computer and started surfing Google Maps Street View, looking at the location where he'd been parked around 6 months earlier. To his surprise, the Street View car had captured the two men walking up behind him in the moments before the crime. As is usually the case with these images, the faces of the two murderers and the victim were blurred, but the boy immediately called the cops and informed them of the new development in the case. With the Street View pictures in hand, the authorities asked Google to hand over the unblurred version of the images to help identify the suspects. Interestingly, as soon as they got the unblurred images, the investigators recognized both the murderers from the previous crime, and the other suspect was identified as the first murderer's twin brother. After confirming their identity, the Dutch police were able to track down the arrested twins. It's unclear if the boy ever got his phone or not. 30-year-old Kim Wall was an award-winning Swedish journalist who traveled all over the world to cover stories on social justice. Throughout her career, the reporting took her to countries like Uganda, Cuba, the Marshall Islands, and China, where her work often be featured in prestigious journals like the New York Times, the South China Morning Post, and the Atlantic. In 2017, while she was in Copenhagen with her boyfriend, she met Peter Madsen, a brilliant Danish inventor and self-taught engineer who had built his own submarine, designed his own rockets, and had plans to launch himself into space in the near future. On August 10th of that year, Peter Madsen took Kim Wall on a trip off the Copenhagen coast in his homemade submarine, the NC-3 Nautilus, for a brief interview. Sadly, after that trip, Kim Wall was never seen again. When she did come back later that day, her partner reported her missing, and an official investigation was officially launched. Just a few days later, on the 21st of August, a passing cyclist found parts of her body washed up on a beach close to where she had gone missing. And about a month and a half later, the rest of her body was found in multiple different weighted-down bags by police divers. During the investigation, Madsen was brought in for questioning, but he denied having anything to do with the state of her body. He instead claimed that Kim Wall had died after being accidentally hit on the head by the hatch of the submarine. Strangely, he later ended up changing his account of the events and claimed that Wall had died after inhaling toxic fumes. Although no trace of toxic fumes was found in her system, the authorities did find 15 stab wounds on Kim's body. After being held in police custody for a while, Madsen eventually confessed that he had murdered Wall and then thrown her separate body parts into the Baltic Sea. In April 2018, Peter Madsen was convicted on 3 separate charges and was sentenced to life in prison, where he's been spending his days for the past 6 years. In 2021, Madsen ended up receiving an additional 21 months in prison for staging a bomb threat in an extremely elaborate escape attempt. Fortunately, he was recaptured soon after and was brought back to his cell. One of the things that's interesting about this case is that Peter Madsen had been captured by the Google Maps Street View camera climbing into his submarine. Chillingly, when he confessed to the murder, he mentioned that his intention was never to take Kim Wall's life, but rather to sink the Nautilus forever, even if it meant that both he and the innocent journalist were on his side. To this day, it's still unclear how exactly he took Kim's life, but thankfully Madsen will be spending the rest of his life behind bars with no possibility of ever coming back to society again. Porto Rotondo is a district in Sardinia known for its imposing mansions, sandy beaches, and elegant shops and restaurants. In 2002, an Italian businessman sold his villa in Porto Rotondo for €280,000. Due to the comparatively low value of the transaction, the sale immediately raised a red flag for the authorities, and the finance police in Italy ended up using Google Earth as part of their investigation into the property. One important detail about the villa in question is that it allegedly had a swimming pool with a very particular shape, which the cops used to guide their search for the villa using satellite imagery. As soon as they found the property, they confirmed that they had a major case of tax evasion on their hands, as the actual value of the villa should have been much, much higher, considering that the value of all the properties nearby was in the high seven figures. With enough evidence from Google's satellite imagery to confirm that the unidentified businessman had indeed committed tax fraud, the finance police then checked the suspect's bank accounts and discovered €7 million in unreported deposits spanning several years. This was a case that I just couldn't find a lot of information on, as the original article in Italian had very few details, and it wasn't even officially confirmed what the legal consequences were for the businessman. Still, it's probably safe to assume that his assets were seized, and due to the crazy amount of unreported cash, it's likely that he spent at least a few years in jail.
That was the best AI video I think I've seen. No, because we told her to eat cottage cheese. I don't even eat cottage cheese. What? Nike shorts on with his nuts out, dude. Nike with the ball, he's hanging out, man. I asked these nice kids to play soccer with them. Why is everybody ignoring the coyote? Is anybody noticing that coyote? Was it just me? Horrendous Japanese. I would know. I very rough Mario. I was gonna say, what ethnicity is this? Because he could pass as black, maybe. Don't look him up. But then he said, so I can tell. Prius C, Fox motorcycle rider. Dude, there's two of them right there. Wait, hold on, what's going on? Yo, there's another one. What's going on? What's going on? Bro, he's driving on the sidewalk! Holy sh! They got the elote man at the protests. He'll be back in a week. A torture victim feeling a fraction of the average VR chat player's phantom pain. So real. I saw some dude that was phantom pregnant. Imagine the pet center instructions for this. You just hit the show video. The only way he likes his boss. Get down! Get down! Yo, if that's the case, bro, I'm gonna be a rabbi. Is this like a super nimble cop? It's pretty good. Oh no! I set the. Bro, all the coughing. Are they making food right there? Did the chef just walk in? Dude, they're already throwing in orders. This guy must be popular. He must be cooking it. He's coming in like a rock star. The executive chef has arrived.
This is a Captain Milk jar that I haven't washed in more than 2 years. It contains the pictures of 2 Latinos and 1 female's recipe. Don't wash it. I leave a little bit behind so the bacteria can ferment the next batch. Bacteria loves to feed off sugar. So put some raw honey in your mouth, raw milk.
What the fuck? I'm gonna vomit, bro. Hold on, fellas. I heard it's almost 5 minutes, which means you're supposed to smash like. Other unbeknownst, unbecoming things will happen to you in a normal circumstance. Okay. I think you should see him, am I kidding me?
It's just like the animated movie, but oh, for sure.
Bro, he's been there for a week now. You can't leave. I can't believe how playing this thing. Dude, the Spider-Man strat actually works in real life.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got really impressive. You guys were really blowing me up about your appearance in season 4, and I just have to be honest.
I don't know what the Triple H in the background. Is he trying to summon a black cobra? Bring him out! Where is he? Bring him out! We're going kind of hard though. Showing African children the beauty of American muscle. The challenge in the Middle East. We just shouted out as what's so special about it. This is Oak Cliff. Holy. Dude, I thought that was the ghetto. I've been wrong! 4'10", really salivating. Did he just take the window? Okay. Good shit. I know about cars, okay? I'm a man. I'm a hero.
My name is Selena Rezish. I'm 4 years old.
You think he's happy with it? He looks like that kid off the Mad magazine. Someone said get this child a comically large lollipop.
Elon Musk, I'm charging you $100 million to connect your AI and the global network, and you are supposed to pay that money to Africa.
Come on, pay up. Africa's waiting.
sorry, I only have one hand.
Oh! Ew! I thought one of his teeth were gonna break off. Dude, zoom out. Oh, bro, zoomed in on the pecker. Bro's locked in, dude. Oh. That's so good vocalizing.
So you think the U.S. government is spying on us at all times? I don't necessarily think they are. I think it's
Incredible choice of music. I remember driving in the Colorado mountains and just like a minivan blasting this music. I swear I saw 10 skinwalkers following me. And laggy gaming. Funny. Beautiful lips. Yay? I can't read the. Where are the captions? Yay, get out the way! What the hell's going on? Ray, what happened, dude? I feel like a chance to be in a future video. Caption this.
My daughter just texted me.
Yeah, we should get a decommissioning level 2.
Today was my last school. I was supposed to be a boy.
I mean, Mariah Carey probably didn't even know that, honestly. Well, this is the guy that's like emotionally cheating on his wife with ChatGPT. Actual loser behavior. Why would he agree to this interview? I think he's just trying to clout for him.
Homeless Lilith.
We don't really see this. Like, homeless people literally live in the public. They have no privacy. But, like, that doesn't mean you should be posting this. Is that Jiggy Dance? Oh, Jesus Christ. Weak, I got a 50-90. Get out of here. Whore.
Liquid binary ordinance authorized. Give me my property.
Check her liver. She, her. They, them. I'm telling you, bro. They, thems can cook up some coffee like no other, bro. When I make coffee in the morning, I channel my they, them energy, bro. I hone it in, bro. Ordering Mike's way. How many coffee machines did this guy have? I think I counted 4. How many Glocks does he have? The amount of ticking noises. Alright, honorable meme from my friend Bowel. Is this actually those dogs barking, but edited, or do you think that some dude just barked in the mic for this? Let's try to help Bowel out and leave your opinion down in the comments below. And hopefully we can get an answer. Bro, he showed up with the proof? This is disgusting. Bro, what's wrong with you? Dude's just camping the elevator and in it or something.
I wanted to introduce my family. This is my son Maddox, and this is my current husband Nate.
To help to make the most of this episode. Now I'm going to be demonstrating the low tide.
Bro, we got people simulating low tide and high tide environments for their pet mud skippers. What a time to be alive. Did he unironically put these filters on himself? The Groom Reaper? Average Oklahoman. I'm sorry for all y'all that are Oklahomans. I got family there. I can say it.
Push. It's red. Red.
Dude, Cartha Letters uncmaxing.
If your first name starts with the letter J, I spell letter T.
Jakarta.
This guy showed up with a chainsaw and posted flying on a open. The whole place was new. He cut away all the old paper. Turns out it was used to form and grown about 20 centimeters thicker with roughly 1,000 layers.
Dude, get out the way! Get out the way! Happiest Awatona, Minnesota resident. Jeffrey is a 26-year-old Adventist from Papua New Guinea. Contact him at AdventistDating.com. That is a milk level 27, bro. I'm a year older than him. Oh, we got this, bro. Good. left. Come on, bro. Krispy Kreme, you gotta know this one. To be fair, this guy is in Eastern Europe, so like a lot of these are American brands. But the fact that he knows this many is impressive in itself. I'm gonna go with the right. Right. Left.
Yeah.
This is feels like the left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro. Dude, he did horribly. The handicap parking thing is just icing on the cake. Oh my god, this is the most place I've ever seen. It has the Undertaker in the background, the obnoxious overprotective mother, the underage marriage proposition, everything. The massive party-sized Doritos Cool Ranch. Oh, is that an electrical fire and it's just peeking? Bro, show him the sun. I bet he'll stare at it. You will only taste crust if you chew. If you chew for more than a second, you would taste the cheese in your mouth.
Hello YouTube, Tristan and I doing it, and after a long absence, I'm back in the accent show, and I'm going to be doing all the accents I've done in the previous videos, plus some new ones, and also all the whole voices that I'm doing. Hope you enjoy it. So I was talking to Russian boy in the pub the other night, right? And she was teaching me her language. I think I'm getting the hang of it now. Quizlet, minimise the root, speed, quality mate, fun. Man got bare vets over there. Get shot down. And man I've got 2 expensive bottles. What? What do you do, mate? As long as you listen to the sound of my voice, you're going to be safe all the time, every time. Thank you for helping me help. So the gentleman rejected the question the other day and said, "What have you got here, Dad?" So one replied, "What is that? Is a black? I have never heard of such a word in my entire life." Yo, así por favor, no, porque no hay que ver dónde restaurar su India, so I'll call you back here. Don't forget to tell Said to come off his place, Sorry, Charlie, I can't find you today. With my little cousin, I heard from Howard, waiting for him to be interrupted much. So I'm driving down the road the other day with a track and this idiot zoom past me shouting, "Green Army!" When you can't do that and you're on the road, you almost hit another car. So I looked and down the road, and guess what I found? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I just gave it. Hey, look, what are you lot doing up here? I thought I told you to go to shops and get me some blood. I'm bloody starving and don't tell me you don't know where they are because I told you the other day. Mate, I'm absolutely fucked up. Your girlfriend left me, and no matter what I do, like, no matter how hard I try, she won't take me back. All I wanted for dinner was curry and chips. But now my oven's broken and I'm sad. It only took me about 18 minutes to find what I was looking for at 2:45 AM. You know, I can tolerate being called British,